and complex as Elon Musk. Today, he is known as the man behind Tesla, SpaceX, and a series of revolutionary ideas that have reshaped transportation, energy, and even space travel. But before Tesla became a household name, before rockets soared and electric cars revolutionized the market, Elon Musk's journey was filled with challenges, setbacks, and failures that most people never hear about. Elon Musk was born in 1971 in Pretoria, South Africa. From an early age, he showed signs of extraordinary curiosity and intelligence. By the age of 10, he had taught himself programming. By 12, he created and sold his first software, a simple video game called Blaster, for about $500. These early successes were important, but they were only the beginning. Musk was driven not by wealth, but by the desire to make a difference, to impact the future in a meaningful way. His childhood was far from easy. He faced bullying at school, struggled to fit in, and experienced a difficult family life. These experiences shaped his resilience. He learned early that success required relentless focus, mental toughness, and an ability to endure hardship. In his late teens, Musk moved to Canada, and then later to the United States, pursuing higher education with the vision of entering fields that could change the world. At the University of Pennsylvania, he earned degrees in both physics and economics, developing a rare combination of technical expertise and business acumen. Even during his studies, Musk was intensely focused on entrepreneurship and ideas that could scale globally. He read everything he could about physics, engineering, and emerging technologies. In 1995, Musk briefly enrolled in a PhD program at Stanford University. But after just 2 days, he realized that the internet was the real frontier and that the opportunity to make a significant impact lay outside academia. Dropping out was risky, but it was also the beginning of his first serious entrepreneurial ventures. His first major venture was Zip2, a company co-founded with his brother Kimball Musk. Zip2 aimed to provide business directories and maps for newspapers, helping them transition to the internet. The early days of Zip2 were extremely challenging. Musk worked tirelessly, coding, designing, and meeting with investors. He often slept on the office floor, living in near isolation to keep the company afloat. Investors were skeptical, deadlines were relentless, and the stress was overwhelming. Musk faced internal conflicts and had to learn how to lead teams while maintaining his vision. Despite these challenges, Zip2 eventually succeeded. Compaq acquired it in 1999 for nearly $300 million, giving Musk his first significant financial success. Yet even this victory was accompanied by lessons in leadership, resilience, and dealing with corporate politics, lessons that would shape his future ventures. Soon after, Musk co-founded X.com, an online financial services and payments company. X.com was ambitious but fraught with difficulties. The company experienced internal struggles, technical setbacks, and intense competition. Musk's bold management style clashed with some executives, eventually leading to him being replaced as CEO. Many viewed this as a personal failure, yet Musk never gave up. He remained deeply involved, guiding the company strategically. X.com eventually became PayPal after a series of mergers and rebrandings. Musk's vision of transforming online payments was realized, and in 2002, PayPal was sold to eBay for $1.5 billion in stock. Musk walked away with significant capital, but the journey had been anything but smooth. He had endured setbacks, been removed from positions of authority, and faced public scrutiny, all before his most famous ventures even existed. Following PayPal, Musk set his sights on the stars literally. He founded SpaceX, aiming to make space travel affordable and eventually enable humans to live on other planets. The first years were a series of failures. Rockets exploded, investors doubted him, and employees questioned whether the company could survive. Musk poured his personal fortune into SpaceX, risking everything he had earned from previous ventures. Many considered him reckless, yet he persisted. The lessons from Zip to and X.com: resilience, risk tolerance, and learning from failure kept him moving forward. At the same time, Musk turned his attention to electric vehicles. He saw the potential for renewable energy and sustainable transportation and invested in Tesla Motors, which was then a small startup struggling to gain traction. The company faced manufacturing delays, technical challenges, and skepticism from the automotive industry. Critics doubted that electric cars could ever be profitable or popular. Musk, however, applied the lessons he had learned from previous failures. He demanded perfection, encouraged innovation, and remained willing to take enormous personal risks to achieve his vision. The early years of Tesla were brutal. Production delays threatened bankruptcy multiple times. Musk's reputation was on the line. He faced intense pressure, sometimes sleeping at the factory and personally supervising assembly lines to ensure quality. Yet, despite these struggles, Tesla eventually overcame its obstacles, delivering vehicles that combined performance, design, and technology in ways the world had never seen. Elon Musk's journey before Tesla is a testament to perseverance. Each failure taught him lessons that no classroom ever could. Each setback built resilience, sharpened his problem-solving skills, and strengthened his willingness to pursue audacious goals. From Zip to X.com, from PayPal to early SpaceX and Tesla investments, Musk experienced failure as a recurring companion, but he never let it define him. By understanding Musk's early failures, it becomes clear that success is rarely immediate. It requires vision, hard work, calculated risk-taking, and the ability to learn from mistakes. His story illustrates that behind every successful entrepreneur are years of struggle, uncertainty, and personal sacrifice. Today, Elon Musk stands as one of the most influential figures in technology and business. His companies Tesla, SpaceX, and others continue to redefine industries. But it is the story of his early failures, the moments before Tesla, that reveal the true depth of his ambition, resilience, and ingenuity. Without those setbacks, there would be no journey. And without the journey, there would be no legend. Even with PayPal sold and his early ventures behind him, Musk was far from finished. The failures he faced had not diminished his ambition, they had sharpened it. Every obstacle he encountered taught him lessons about risk, timing, and leadership. He learned that innovation often requires going against conventional wisdom, that failure is inevitable, and that persistence is the key to turning audacious ideas into reality. Musk's early life and ventures had built the mental toughness he would need to tackle challenges far bigger than any he had faced before. SpaceX, his next major venture, was almost a crucible of failure. The first 3 launches of the Falcon 9 rocket ended in catastrophic failure. Engineers were exhausted, investors were losing faith, and the company was on the brink of bankruptcy. Musk had invested nearly his entire fortune from PayPal into SpaceX, and the pressure was unimaginable. Yet, instead of giving up, he used these failures as data. Each setback became a lesson that informed redesigns, testing processes, and strategic decisions. Eventually, on the 4th attempt, Falcon 9 successfully reached orbit, marking the first privately built liquid-fueled rocket to do so. Meanwhile, Musk's involvement with Tesla was also a story of near disasters. The Roadster, Tesla's first electric car, faced countless engineering challenges, production delays, and skepticism from investors and the media. Critics labeled Musk's vision as unrealistic and dangerous, yet he was relentless. Musk spent countless nights at the Tesla factory, often sleeping on the floor to oversee production personally. He pushed his teams to innovate and solve problems in ways that traditional automakers would not. This hands-on leadership style, born from his early entrepreneurial experiences, was critical in guiding Tesla through its most vulnerable years. By the time Tesla and SpaceX began achieving success, Musk's journey before these triumphs had already forged a blueprint for tackling failure. Each failed launch, missed deadline, or financial scare had prepared him for the high-stakes challenges of building companies that would redefine industries. His early failures, far from being setbacks, were the foundation of his resilience, vision, and ability to inspire others to believe in seemingly impossible goals. They demonstrate that success is rarely sudden and that the path to greatness is built on lessons learned from persistence, risk, and unyielding determination.